Yeah.
Folks, I do want to shift the conversation into reducing cost of goods as we near the end of the hour. But before we do, I'll ask Heather to pose our last poll question to you, our audience, and we just want to know, how would you describe the maturity of your current downstream platform strategy? And we'll leave that up for you guys to answer. And there's kind of there's a topic that I think is a nice segue from optimizing unit operations into reducing cost of goods, and that is the topic of automation. And Hung, I want to start with you. I'm curious if you can describe automation's role presently in both optimizing downstream processes and reducing cost of goods. What are you seeing, or where are you seeing successful implementation? What does that look like? And then we'll move to Natalie. I'd love to hear your thoughts on automation, how it's optimizing processes and reducing costs.
I must say I'm very surprised in the field because we have a lot of effort in viral vector, but not much in automation in viral vector compared to API and biologic antibody side. In antibody and biologic, we have a lot of improvement in automation, API, continuous manufacturing processing, but I haven't seen much in the viral vector automation into continuous manufacturing. Still like very manual step by step unit separation. So I think still like the effort into the improvement trade into viral vector manufacturing compared to other modality like API, biologic. One thing we can give in the field that like let's say the real-time monitoring. For example, you can monitoring the by on the UV trace, for example, UV tree. So you can monitor real-time monitoring. One of them been applied for for the for downstream. Automation is it's a very big challenge on biopractor and also limit the batch production. So it's still been lag behind. We have a try to develop continuous manufacturing for bioreactor for some steps. For some steps, we are able to do it. Like for example, if you go to have it a depth filtration and couple filter, you can connect together. So it's not really continuous step, but it's a step up in the process. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Hung. Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense that we have more automation in workflows like for antibody manufacturing, because those were just around longer than gene therapies, and viral vector manufacturing is a relatively novel or nascent, I suppose, process as opposed to antibody production. But thank you for the responses. Natalie,
One thing I
how do
could
you?
add, like, one thing I could add, like this, I have a conversation with big pharma, digital twin manufacturing. Digital twin manufacturing, right now we are facing pharma 4.0. So even you use artificial intelligence to predict the process parameter, but the human need to make a decision. But in the future, I think that probably could be some AI will make a decision. It could be biopharma 5.0. But right now, it's even you artificial intelligence into manufacturing automation, but human need to make a decision.
Yeah, that's a great point, Hung. Human in the loop. You always hear that, right? And I think it's going to be ever more important as we move forward, and keeping experts in the loop there. Natalie, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on automation and how you're seeing it optimize downstream processes as well as reduce costs. And are you using any?
So I don't think we are there yet. Totally agree with Hong, especially in viral vector. We are not there yet. One of the reason is to automate means you need a platform. You need a process that doesn't really change, or modestly change by adding or removing unit operation or just tweaking some parameters. We are close to have several platforms established in the field at different companies or different CDMOs, but we're not there yet. I think. I don't think anyone can just say, I'm going to do this same thing forever for every single viral vector coming my way. We're going to apply the same rules and so forth. So we're not there yet. We are going to get there. And I know we are going to go toward automation. But my point is automation will eventually reduce cost by mostly reducing the development cost, like If you have a platform and it's automated, you don't have to spend resources and time redeveloping or reoptimizing. So that will save upfront cost. It will save cost in reducing human errors during manufacturing. But I still think that to date, the main drivers of cost are not humans. They are the raw materials. It's insanely expensive. Plasmid, viral bank, if you're using baculovirus or other infection-based processes, cell culture medium, transfection reagent, all of and in downstream, the colons are extremely expensive, and the larger scale, the more expensive. And so reducing cost, I mean, automation will not be the only factor that will help reduce cost significantly. I think there is a lot to do with optimizing recovery, optimizing the recovery in downstream, and also optimizing upstream to get more for the scales you're working with. And on the clinical side and on the development side or research and development side that we haven't approached at all, there is a lot of effort in creating new viral vectors that are more potent or more efficient or more targeted, so that you can lower your dose in the clinic and be more efficient. So this is going to be a combination of all to really reduce cost of goods. That's my current opinion today.
Thank you, Natalie. Yeah, and you were kind of helping. Oh, go ahead and Hung.
Another point, I think there's a lot of biotech and pharma adaptation or the digital blood record, digital system have a lot of improvement into quality management system. So CAPA and all everything done through the like Viva Master Control QT9, for example. That's one of affordable for biotech company to work on this business. And that's a quality management system electronics. So it's been very much improved from ERP, from warehouse management and biomaterial to feed for the manufacturing and the digital biorecord. So this one, I think this field I see this growing and really need to reduce the cut down the cost of good, and then FTE for the manufacturing and also process development.